On this episode, we were chasing tailwinds to eat and drink all around the world.
We are going straight through this hole. What is this?
It's you.
All right, well, let's sit back and relax. I know you brought some snacks.
Our flight was from the Atlanta area all the way down to the happiest place on earth, Orlando, Florida.
My hometown. So Kevin's got it really, really good. I'm out there at the airport, I'm pre-flighting, I'm fueling it up, I'm putting our bags in. And what does this guy do? He just shows up when everything's done and ready. Well, look who finally decided to show up.
What have you been doing all day?
I've been getting the airplane ready for you.
Well, let's go.
The true Prince treatment.
What can I say? It looked like you wanted to take initiative, so I let you do that.
Look, you just get to show up. I've pre-flighted the plane. I've got you lunch in the airplane. You're such a prince.
Thank you.
I mean, where did I go wrong?
Why would I be complaining about that?
How do I not have a private plane and a pilot waiting just to whisk me away to Orlando?
Maybe in another life, sweetheart. Our ride down to Orlando was the Cessna Skylane, one of my favorite airplanes to fly.
Clear?
Falcon traffic, trailing 245, Charlie Sierra, taking off runway 31 for a southeast departure, Falcon.
Final's clear.
Final is clear. Alright, runway 31. At power. Airspeed's alive, looking for 59. And here we are, at about 500 feet off the ground.
A little bit of a headwind.
Airspeed's coming up, flaps are coming up.
All right, let's go fly.
Line approach Skylane 245 Charlie Sierra, checking in 5,000.
Remember 245 Charlie Sierra, line approach, making altimeter 29907.
29907, 5 Charlie Sierra.
So Kevin is not only a pilot as well, a new pilot, congrats.
Thank you.
But he's also an air traffic controller. So on the way down to Florida, I let him take over the radios, and that way I got to do just the fun part, which is to fly.
I'm never gonna say no to talking.
That's true.
Jack Center, Skylane 245 Charlie Sierra, checking in 5,000.
November 245, Charlie Sierra, Jacksonville Center, Roger, Al Miles Cemetery, 29905.
29905, 5 Charlie Sierra.
Good job. Gives you a job to do, then I get to sit back and relax for a while.
Oh yeah, your job's coming up soon.
I brought you lunch. Do you want any of your lunch?
I ate it. As we traveled south, the skies went from bright and smooth to dark and angry.
So we knew that we had quite the flight ahead of us. There was like this giant line of storms that pretty much cut off the whole state of Florida. So from my experience, I knew I had two plans. Plan A was we fly up to it and we find some sort of hole or a gap. That way we can get through it to the other side and continue on our flight. Plan B is what I did not want to do, is we get up on it, it looks way too nasty, and we gotta land and wait it out. So I could see on our radar, which just first of all, it is so freaking awesome to have that type of equipment on board. Like in the olden days, you wouldn't have any of this information, but I have it all right in front of me on this nice big TV looking screen. And I could see a gap in the storms that I thought that I wanted to try, but I didn't know till we would get up there and see it. Once we got up on it, I saw that sure enough, like that's where we gotta go. There was heavy rain on our left and on our right, and this nice big hole for us to get through.
Okay, now we're deviating. We're deviating through a little bit of rainstorms, and I'm okay with it because we can see. We're not in the clouds in this total whiteout situation. Well, I can clearly see these defined areas of rain, and there's a nice hole for us, and we are going right through this hole. We're only going to really need to be like on our top-notch piloting for like 10 minutes, and then we're on the other side, and we've got a smooth shot the whole way to Orlando.
And regardless of if I trust my plan or I knew it was gonna work or not, it is so rewarding to get out of the crummy stuff, get on the other side where the skies open up again to like, every time I do a little happy dance.
Oh, it just hit you like a brick wall.
Oh.
Ah.
The sun,
Good
the
job.
clear skies.
Nice job.
Doesn't it feel good to get through that?
That was pretty good. Looks like we got some more to do.
We got more to do. There's more that built up, but
Oh,
they're going to
come
have
on.
the arrivals jam-packed. There's lots of airplanes going into Orlando now, so they know the perfect way. Problem with what we just did is we only saw one other plane go through what we did because it's a late afternoon on the weekend. Not a lot of people are flying in general, but there is a lot of people going to Orlando.
And so after our brief moment of happy dances, we realized that there were still some more thunderstorms along our route. Surrounding the Orlando Exec Airport, there was lightning on each side. So the controllers at Orlando Approach were great. They had vectors in mind for us, planned our arrival into Exec. Mindy turned us into the runway and we landed right as it got dark out.
It is different to land at night too. A lot of people don't think about that with pilots, but when you're coming into the runway at night, your depth perception is so off because when we're landing during the day, you're looking out of your peripherals, your left and right, and is that how you say peripheral?
That's how I would say it.
You're looking out of the corners of your eyes and you're seeing the ground get closer and closer, and that's how you know when to flare, to land the airplane. But at night, you don't have those visual cues anymore, so it's a lot more difficult to have a good landing at night.
Okay, let me know if you see somebody when we get over here. I see him.
It felt so good to be on the ground after a challenging flight like that. I mean, it's not easy to pick around storms, so whenever you finally hit the ground, it's like, yes.
We just landed at the happiest place on Earth.
I'm so happy. And hungry again.
So bright and early the next day, we headed to the happiest place on earth to eat and drink around the world.
I know you were ready for that.
I fasted the day before.
I'm sure you did.
So the cool thing about Epcot is they have 11 different countries in the World Showcase.
Yes, and if you're in, for example, the United Kingdom, it feels like it, it looks like it smells like it. You'll see red phone booths and you can order fish and chips from someone that's actually from the United Kingdom. Like, it is a fully immersive place, and we were ready to taste a little bit of all of it. tell, we made it to Epcot in Orlando, Florida. Kevin's behind the camera, but we're gonna play a game today because I've been to Epcot a lot. I'm from Orlando. I've been on field trips here when I was younger. So he's gonna be thinking of a country today, and there's 11 countries that are showcased here in Epcot. And he's gonna be giving me some probably unhelpful hints today. And if I can guess the country correctly that he's thinking of, he's gonna buy me anything I want from that country. And I think I can win. And I was ready to spend all of your money.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
You weirdo.
I got my country. The first hint, the official language is not English.
That hint was stupid. I think that non-English would only eliminate the USA, Canada, and the UK. Okay, 3 countries. So I'm left with 8 to choose from. So now I have 8 to pick from. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Let's go to France. But I wasn't so disappointed because I knew that France has the best breakfast in the whole park. Okay, it was hard to pick even the 3 things we got, but we went savory with a quiche. It's spinach and goat cheese. And then we got 2 sweets. We have a beignet with hazelnut and chocolate stuffed inside, and we have an eclair. So let's try it and a little bit of espresso to go with it. The food was so good, as we expected. We had a spinach and goat cheese quiche. We had a hazelnut and chocolate stuffed beignet and an eclair. And I'd say my favorite thing was probably the quiche. It was super fluffy on the inside. It had a really nice crisp crust on the outside. I mean, I know you enjoyed it.
I did, but for me it was the eclair. The filling inside was delicious, but the best part about it is that your guess was wrong.
Yeah. So we headed on to the next hint.
Well, I'm glad you brought me to France because this eclair is delicious. But it's not France. Your next hint, this country, you can find wild monkeys in.
That's the strangest hint that I ever thought I would receive. I had to Google this, and there is no way that you knew the answer.
I'm a trivia machine.
You were not a trivia machine. I mean, I narrowed it down to 4 based off of my quick Googling. That is Japan, China, Morocco, and Mexico potentially have monkeys. So now I just gotta guess one of those. And I'm gonna guess Japan. Japan, and we walked around a very strange museum just long enough to where we got hungry again and we wanted to try some of their food. It's super good. Whatever sauce they put on top is like a little bit spicy. It's not too spicy, but I do like spicy. This was not our finest moment. We were determined to try all these different foods and drinks from all these different countries, but didn't really plan out how they would mix together. And now that I have this wonderful mixture going on in my stomach of savory sweet, let's just pile it right on. This is a chocolate banana boba drink. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't sound good, and it kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks like beans floating in there. So my stomach is not so happy.
Let me try. It can't be that bad. That's a terrible combination.
Sushi and chocolate. So we ordered sushi, and a chocolate banana boba drink, which is like a thick milkshake type thing. And if you're wondering how sushi and a chocolate drink mixes, it's not well. It's really not. Sushi and chocolate was a big no.
Are you coming?
Now I don't even want to move. My stomach is just like, I'm out.
Well, you didn't win yet.
Japan better be it. If I just did sushi and chocolate and you didn't tell me that this wasn't the place.
This might have been the best part of the trip, if I remember.
Because I suffered?
Yes. Sorry, man. No Pikachu for you.
Oh no. Okay, you gotta give me the next hint before I just sit here for the rest of the day.
For your last hint, I'm gonna make this easy because I'm tired of walking. The country starts with the letter M.
So I picked out one of my favorites next, Morocco. I've had the chance to visit Morocco before, and one of my favorite things about Morocco is all the vibrant colors and textures, their architecture, and their markets full of gold. So I was really happy to be there, and after our stomachs settled from the raw fish swimming around in the chocolate lake down there, you know what we did next? We had to try some food. Okay, we're trying out Morocco. A lamb kebab. Wow. The spices in that are very good. It's not spicy, but lots of good spices.
That's delicious. I don't even know. Can you cook that at home for me? So Morocco was my favorite stop in this little journey because it had the best food. We had a lamb kebab, we had some traditional Moroccan bread, and it came with some hummus. And it was awesome. We enjoyed that time there, but she was wrong again.
Was I wrong? We just had some fantastic food in Morocco. This is definitely my favorite country here so far. And Kevin just told me that it's the other end, Mexico. I don't even know if I believe him, but I think we should go get some tequila. I don't even know if I believe you. Those choices were Morocco or Mexico. And I chose Morocco, so obviously you're gonna say it was Mexico.
Listen, from the moment we first walked by that pyramid, I've been thinking about the tequila that we would be getting at Mexico.
I don't believe you at all. I think I won and that you changed your mind. I should have had you write it down in the beginning of the day because I know you better, and I didn't.
Why would you ever think I would let you win?
Exactly, that's my point. I think that you shifted it last minute, but
You're never gonna know.
doesn't matter. Let's just go get some tequila.
She doesn't believe me. But since this morning, I had Mexico on my mind. All I wanted to do is take a shot of tequila.
We heard of a secret drink menu that is a passion fruit margarita, and inside your cup there's a neon lit up ice cube, and the best part is that it comes with passion fruit smoke bubbles. And I had never seen anything like that before.
So it's time to leave Mexico, but I had one last thing in mind. I had to get you a gift.
What took you so long?
Even though you lost, I still got you a gift.
What is it? You still got me a gift? It's very elegantly wrapped. What is this?
It's you. It looked just like you.
Stupid. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Chasin Tailwinds. I didn't guess the country, but I got this Really nice gift.
I think it looks just like you.
Thanks. Join us next time. That's a wrap.
That's a
baby.
wrap.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, cheers to me, but most of all to me.
Well, I gotta go to work.
Sorry, that was the UK calling, saying that I'm gonna win this. Okay, if you were a character, who would you be? You would be Goofy.
Yeah.
I would be Minnie Mouse because it's almost like my name, and she's classy.
It's not. Mindy and Minnie Mouse is not the same name.
It's very close.
Classy, sassy.
My aunt thought my name was actually Minnie until I was like 8. She found out my name was Mindy.
It's because she couldn't pronounce the D.
All of my birthday cards were to Minnie until I was very old.
All right, well, let's sit back and relax. I know you brought some snacks.
Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment all the good things. If you guys want even more content, follow us on social media. They're in the description below, or head over to our Patreon page, also linked below. And don't forget, if you would like to go on this exact trip yourself, head over to www.chasintailwinds.com to download your free travel guide.